Okay, listen. First thing you need to do to have the types of relationships that you want is to know exactly what types of relationships do you actually want. Sounds easy enough? It's not. But let's make it easier. First thing you need to do is make free lists. First list, you write out all the qualities that you want in a relationship. How much time do you want to spend with that person? Do you want to call them every day, see them every day, meet with them every day, once a week, once a month? Once you have an interesting activities, do you want to call them or whatnot? Realize what types of activities do you want to have with that person. Do you want to have Do you want to go skiing? Do you want to go approaching beautiful girls with that person? Do you want to have sexual activities with that person? Do you want to, I don't know, go free running with that person? Whatever you want, jot it down. Uh, do you want to be a leader or a follower? Do you want to follow and make the other person give your power to the other person and make sure he decides everything? Or do you want to be a leader and lead the person? Make sure you decide everything. Listen to that person, listen to their suggestion, but you decide everything. And a lot more criterias you can use. Jot them all down, write them all down, write a list, write a big fucking list. Second thing you need to do is prioritize. Make sure you prioritize. What's the most important criteria? What's the second most important? Make 3 or 5 most important criterias that are unnegotiable, that must be fulfilled. So those 3 or 5 criterias must be fulfilled in your relationships. If they're not, you do not want that relationship, and you do not get in a relationship with that person. And I'm talking about friend relationships, romantic relationships, mentor relationships, every type of relationship. The third list is the most trickiest list. You write down all the qualifiers, all the ways that you can test for that type of relationship. If you're approaching a girl, or girls, if you're approached by a guy, you give them those tests. You do not have a lot of time, so you give them those tests to make sure that you do want to give them, that you do want to exchange numbers or do not want to exchange numbers, and do want to check out if they're worth it. So if you use those qualifiers, and they do not have to be specific questions, they can be the things that you do. I do one thing, I have my type of humor, and I do it, I add it, and if the girl is reacting well to it, I'm going to give her my number. I'm going to exchange numbers, and I'm going to call her, see if she meets other criteria. But I'll have my type of humor, and I will not deviate from that. If she doesn't like it, I do not want her around. If she is giving me shit, if she's testing me, I will pass the tests, and I will probably want her around even more. So, test for the criteria that you can have. After you've jotted it all down, and you'll need some time for this, you'll need introspection. Think about your past relationships. Think about the relationships you have right now think what's good in them, think what's bad in them, and think what's important for you, and jot down the criterias. You can also get some from your head, from your imagination. And when you've jotted it all down, think about what type of person is going to attract that types of relationships. Relationship takes two people. So one is the other person and another is you. If you want someone who is submissive, you have to be dominant. If you want someone who is a follower, you want to be a leader. If you want an equal relationship, you need to be equal. Treat her as equal and be equal. That can also be the trickiest relationship. If you want to be dominant and you want to see a person every day, you need to be ready to make up activities for every day. Make up activities for every day for 2 or 4 hours. That's too exhausting for me. For one person to make up those kind of activities. If you want to be submissive, you need to let go, give suggestions, but let go and just enjoy the process, enjoy what's going on. So, when you know what type of relationships you want, what type of person you need to be to have those types of relationships, ask yourself, why do I want those relationships? What do I get out of it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Do I actually want to become the person that is going to have those types of relationship? Is it worth it for me? Do I want it? If the answer is no, redefine the relationships that you want right now, and that will redefine the person you need to become to have those types of relationships. So when the answer is yes, I want those types of relationships and I'm sure of it, this is why I want them really well, and I will become the person that's ready to have those types of relationships. You're ready to go on for our next step and go get that type of relationships. This is Stefan Kragul signing out.